Hi guys, welcome to another episode of VEGBATE, where I take excuses people commonly used against veganism and I respond to them. So today the excuse is, if the world goes vegan, all the animals will go extinct. So this excuse is kind of funny because it's always this excuse, or it's the animals will overpopulate if we don't eat them, which is kind of, they contradict themselves, but people make the one as much as the other, and it's just like, can you make up your mind? Change happens over time. The supply and demand chain would slowly require less animals to be bred for human consumption. Right now, 150 billion animals are bred every year just to meet that demand. Maybe even more, because I don't think they keep track of how many animals die during that whole process. And if you really want to put that into perspective, just how many animals that is, I'm going to link either a web page up here, or I will link it in the comments, that will lead you to this counter that counts the animals in real time that are being killed right now. And it really makes you think, like, whoa, like 5,000 animals just got killed within the time I've been on this web page, like, whoa. As the years go on, more and more sanctuaries are popping up, where these animals, those animals exactly, are typically rescued from being killed or from being in horrible health conditions, and they're fixed up if they're not in good health, and they're kept around on these sanctuaries where people can come and visit the sanctuaries, kind of like an animal farm, except there's a lot more care put into the animals. On animal farms, it's just for money. Like, most animal farms, they have a price you have to pay to get in. And the reason why those animals is there is to make money, not to protect them. So a lot of times those animals end up with injuries from mistreatment. I've seen it lots of times because they're not being treated like, you know, little pets like your cats or dogs. They're being treated like livestock animals that don't really matter, but they make us money, so we kind of have to take care of them, but like, we don't really love them. Whereas sanctuaries, I have yet to see any mistreatment happen at any, because typically it's vegans themselves that are running it. Probably almost all vegans care a lot about animals, and they treat them just like a cat or a dog, because we aren't speciesist, and that's for another video though. A lot of times they're taken very good care of, and they don't charge money normally. Normally it's a donation thing where they get donations from people, and it just keeps the animals fed, keeps them living in that area. There is sanctuaries that will continue to take care of these animals, and those sanctuaries are constantly expanding. There's more and more. And then there's also people that just like keeping pigs or chickens or whatever as pets. And I think that's something we will see more and more of as the vegan population expands and there's more of us. Because even though some vegans are still speciesist, a lot of us are realizing, like, a pig, a cow, a chicken, they're pretty much the same as a dog and a cat. Like, we should treat them equally. So a lot of people are letting their pig come indoors just like they would their dog, because they're so similar. A lot of people are letting their chicken waddle around or sit on their shoulder just like they would a parrot or something like that. So there will be pets, there will be sanctuaries to keep these animals from going extinct. Over time, perhaps we will let them roam like, say, wild buffalo in national parks. And you know, I think an important thing to remember is just because humans will no longer be breeding these animals for food, doesn't mean that they're useless to us. There's this really good quote that I always bring up when people say that animals are useless, and I'll just read it off for you and put it on the screen. The animals of the world exist for their own reasons. They were not made for humans any more than black people were made for white or woman created for men. Alice Walker. I think that's something so important to remember, because for so long we have treated other races, other sexes, other animals so differently just because they look different. We need to stop all discrimination, and that starts with on your plate. Anyway, I hope I didn't ramble on too much and you understand the main response to this argument, that supply and demand happens, and that will happen slowly. It's not going to happen like, boom, all the animals are extinct. Slowly, we're going to breed less, so it goes back to a normal population that can, you know, control itself a little. And then they'll end up on farms and sanctuaries. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Let me know what you think. And I will see you guys in another VEGBATE episode. Bye.